Hi, first grade. It is Teacher Cooper. Today I'm going to read two books about feelings. I was thinking about how our routine, our days have changed so much recently, and that it has made me feel lots of different things. Sometimes I feel angry, sometimes I feel nervous or anxious. And I have been using a lot of my strategies to regulate my emotions. And I've been wondering about the strategies that you've been using. Your first grade teachers have been asking you to check in on the mood meter every day in the mood meter worksheet. And in the bottom of the worksheet, it asks whether the feeling that you're feeling is helpful or unhelpful. And if it's unhelpful, we have asked you to think about a strategy that you might use to shift to a more pleasant feeling, or a feeling that's more appropriate, more helpful for the time. The first book that I am going to read today is called The Feelings Book, and it was written and illustrated by Todd Parr. I imagine you recognize the illustrations and that name, Todd Parr. We've read several books by him this year, and his illustrations are up around our classroom near the mood meter. As I read this book, I would like you to think about where the characters are on the mood meter on these different pages. Sometimes I feel silly. Sometimes I feel cranky. Sometimes I feel scared. Sometimes I feel like standing on my head. Sometimes I feel like reading a book under the covers. Sometimes I feel like celebrating my birthday, even though it's not today. Sometimes I feel brave. Sometimes I feel like looking out the window all day. Sometimes I feel like dancing. Sometimes I feel like making mud pies. Sometimes I feel like I have a tummy ache. Sometimes I feel like holding hands with a friend. Sometimes I feel lonely. Sometimes I feel like yelling really loud. Sometimes I feel like staying in the bathtub all day. Sometimes I feel like trying something new. Sometimes I feel like dressing up. Sometimes I feel like doing nothing. Sometimes I feel like camping with my dog. Sometimes I feel like crying. Sometimes I feel like eating pizza for breakfast. Sometimes I feel like kissing a sea lion. Sometimes I feel like a king. No matter how you feel, don't keep your feelings to yourself. Share them with someone you love. Love, Todd. When you think back to all of the characters in this book, can you remember a character who was feeling in the green? How about in the red? The yellow? Were there any characters who felt in the blue? I was thinking about it, and I was remembering this person right here is feeling cranky. I think that is definitely a red feeling, lots of energy in her face, and certainly not a pleasant feeling. And then I was thinking about this cat who looks to me in the green. It wants to stare out the window all day, but look at that face. That looks like a pleasant feeling to me, pleasant and low energy. I was thinking about these people who felt like dancing. Ooh, pleasant feelings. Look at those open bodies, but lots of energy. And finally, I was thinking about this fish who's feeling lonely. Not a lot of energy and unpleasant feelings. This fish is definitely in the blue. Did you think of other examples of characters who were in different places on the mood meter? The next book I'm going to read is about a girl who is in the red. And it's about her older brother who helps her think of strategies she can use to shift to a more pleasant feeling. Our next book is called Allie All Along. It was written and illustrated by Sarah Lynn Rule. In this book, Allie becomes very angry, and her big brother helps her think about and use different strategies to shift from the very unpleasant red feelings into a more pleasant feeling. As I read, I would like you to keep in mind the strategies that Allie's brother helps her use. And I'd also like you to think about whether or not you have ever used any of these strategies, or if there's an idea for a strategy in here that you would like to use the next time you are feeling in the red. Snap! Allie's crayon broke. I blinked. She was suddenly furious, fuming, frustrated, and so angry. She stomped, smashed, crashed, and threw a tantrum, a fuss, and a fit. A tantrum, a fuss, and a fit are all of these ways that Allie is using her body to express how she's feeling. When you throw a tantrum, you might step on things, you might kick, you might throw things in the air. I gave her a pillow to punch so she wouldn't break other stuff. That got the worst of the angry off. Still, Allie was ferocious, fierce, and very angry. Here, ferocious and fierce mean very powerful, but in kind of an unpleasant way. Like she might break something or she might destroy something. I asked her why, but she wouldn't say. So I told her to squeeze her favorite toy as tight as she could. He didn't mind. It looked like it helped a little. But Allie was still irritable and angry. Irritable means that you're not feeling very good and you might become more angry or more upset very easily. Maybe she didn't even know why. I feel that way too, sometimes. So I suggested, try to take a deep breath, but don't hold it too long. Pretend that my fingers are candles, and you can blow them out. That seemed to help some more. Then she was just plain old regular angry, and maybe a little sad too. I helped her count backward from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The rest of the angry fell away, and there she was. Hug, please. I knew she was in there all along. In the book, Allie All Along, we see that Allie's brother thought of a few different strategies for Allie to use. And it turned out that Allie was so angry after she broke her crayon that she didn't just need one strategy to shift to a more pleasant feeling. She needed more than one strategy. What are some of the strategies that Allie's brother helped her use? Well, the first time, he gave her a pillow to punch. We have talked about how when we are in the red, sometimes we have so much energy in our bodies, we need to do something to get some of that energy out. And as long as we're not hurting other people or any of other people's stuff or our stuff, there are lots of different ways that you can get your energy out. You might run around in a circle. You might jump. In this case, Allie's brother helped her punch a pillow. And then Allie's brother told her to squeeze her favorite toy. I was thinking about how this not only helped Allie get some of her energy out, but it also put something in her arms that she really likes and cares about. And that probably made her feel better too. This is one that a lot of you use. Allie took a deep breath. We practice belly breaths a lot. You're very good at that, first graders. And finally, Allie's brother helped her count backwards from 10 all the way to 1. Have you used any of those strategies when you were upset? Which one works the best for you? Are any of them new to you? Will you maybe try one later? Remember, first graders, all of our feelings are okay. No matter what we're feeling, it is an okay way to feel. But how you deal with that feeling, how you handle it, is where you have to use your powers. So if you're feeling a very unpleasant feeling and you would like to shift into a more pleasant feeling, think about all the strategies that you've used before. Think about the strategies you've seen classmates use or people in your family. Think about some of the strategies that are on our strategy wall and try to use one of them to shift from an unpleasant feeling into a more pleasant feeling. Or if you're already feeling a pleasant feeling, what could you do to make sure that you can keep feeling that pleasant feeling? That is a superpower that you have. You can figure out how to keep feeling something or to change how you feel. If you do any of those things, write about it and let me know. Talk to you soon.